Don Johnson was stopped at the German border in 2002 with $8 billion in financial documents. Banks froze his accounts overnight. 2 years later, he filed for bankruptcy. His Colorado ranch was hours away from being auctioned off when he walked into an office with $14.5 million in cash. But that wasn't the worst part. In 1986, cocaine was found in his Ferrari. Assault allegations followed. And at 22, he moved a 14-year-old girl into his house. The truth about what really happened would take decades to surface. Don Johnson was born on December 15, 1949, inside his grandmother's house in Flat Creek, Missouri. It was a tiny place near Galena. His mother, Nell Wilson, was just 16, working as a beautician. His father, Freddie Wayne Johnson, was 19 and trying to survive as a farmer. They were both kids themselves when they got married. It was right after World War II, and poor rural families like theirs had very few chances. Both sides of the family were religious. His grandparents were ministers, trying to hold things together, but there was barely any money. Johnson later said they lived in abject poverty. Flat Creek was so isolated that they didn't have any modern comforts, and there wasn't much hope of a better life. As time passed, their little house filled with stress. Freddie and Nell were too young to handle everything. They were always gone, working long hours at different jobs just to buy food. They fought all the time. Don remembered the yelling, the tension, and the feeling that nobody was really in charge. He basically had to raise himself. He said in interviews that it was incredibly dysfunctional and abusive. The fights were just one part. The real pain came from the way his father handled discipline. Freddie used belts and switches, hitting the kids hard over small things. Johnson said it wasn't just spanking. It was real violence. He believed his father was letting out his frustration about their hard life on the kids, especially him. The beatings became part of Don's daily life. He started to grow angry, rebellious, and detached. The pain built up slowly and stayed with him. When Don turned 5 in 1954, they left Missouri and moved to Wichita, Kansas. Freddie had found a job at Boeing Aircraft, which felt like a fresh start. But the problems didn't go away. The city was busy, loud, and demanding. The long factory shifts left both parents even more exhausted, and they were rarely home. The fighting never stopped, and by the time Don turned 12 in 1961, his parents divorced. Don stayed with his mother, along with his younger sister and 2 brothers. His father was gone. By age 13, in 1962, Don was skipping school and stealing things. The courts got involved. Kansas law didn't allow kids to miss school that often, and Don had been missing a lot. He was brought in for truancy and petty theft. He told the court his mother was overwhelmed, and he was basically on his own. The judge said Don needed structure, so they sent him back to Missouri to live with his father. That was supposed to help him, but it sent him straight back into the same abusive house he had escaped years earlier. The idea was that farm life would straighten him out, but the result was more of the same pain.